This is The Scoop for Tuesday.
I'm Megan Bowman with the WMNF News headlines.
Governor Ron DeSantis is upset that legislative leaders rebuked his special session on immigration, instead calling their own special session featuring their own proposal. He says their proposals aren't as good as his.
Now, they've named this bill the Trump Act, but that's a misnomer because President Trump's been very strong coming out of the gate on immigration enforcement. He wants to solve this problem once and for all. The bill they did is more window dressing. It is not going to solve the problem. We're not here for theatrics. We're not here to do messaging bills.
The current version of their bills allocates $500 million to help the state combat illegal immigration, but take all immigration enforcement authority out of the governor's hands and give it to the state agriculture commissioner. Florida House Speaker Daniel Perez responded to DeSantis in a written statement saying he's lying and leveling serious and inappropriate insults at other government officials, local law enforcement officers, and the agricultural community. The legislature's bill is being voted on today. The races to fill the U.S. House seats of former Florida Representatives Matt Gaetz and Mike Waltz begin today. The congressional hopefuls are vying to win their primaries in the special elections. Republicans are hoping to hold on to the reliably conservative seats to maintain the party's House majority and approve President Donald Trump's agenda. But the push to implement Trump's policies could be slowed as Congress waits for the outcome of these races. The general elections are scheduled for April 1st. Gaetz held one of the seats before he was briefly considered for Attorney General. Waltz is now Trump's national security advisor. West Tampa's historic Main Street is getting a facelift. WMNF's Chris Young reports improvements are coming for a once bustling corridor, now considered one of the most dangerous for drivers.
The $300,000 project will resurface Main Street from North Armenia to North Rome Avenue. The project adds new roadway markings, more than 220 on-street parking spaces, and improved crosswalks. Joe Robinson is the chair of West Tampa CRA Community Advisory Committee.
This is a slum in Blind Area. Don't get fooled by this frontage here. This is a slum in Blind Area. We're bringing it back. We're going to get more opportunities.
Opportunities for West Tampa business owners like Benjamin Wright. He owns Foster's Barbershop on Main Street and says these upgrades are a good sign for the struggling area.
It means progress. It means chance for entrepreneurs such as myself to, make a good living here.
Tampa Mayor Jane Castor and other city leaders joined Robinson to make the announcement. Work began this month and should be finished by mid-February. Chris Young, WMNF News, Tampa.
President Donald Trump signed a flurry of executive orders focused on the military. One directs Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth to revise the Pentagon's policy on transgender troops. It will likely set a future ban on their military service. Other orders would roll back diversity programs, create a space-based missile defense system, and reinstate troops booted for refusing COVID-19 vaccines. The orders came just after Hegseth began his first day on the job yesterday. A transgender ban had been widely expected, and lawyers for transgender troops have already pledged to fight it. A proposal emerged in the Florida House yesterday to repeal requirements aimed at later start times for many high schools. It would change requirements that by July 1st, 2026, middle schools cannot start earlier than 8 in the morning and high schools cannot start earlier than 8:30. The proposal would require school boards to consider the benefits of later school start times. A state senator filed a similar bill this month. Supporters have argued that later start times would help high school students get more sleep. However, issues like bus schedules have school districts raising concerns. The bills are filed for the regular legislative session, which starts March 4th. The National Weather Service forecast mostly sunny skies today with highs reaching 72, partly cloudy tonight with lows around 53, and you can expect similar conditions the rest of the week.
I'm Megan Bowman with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.